Welcome to the show. Is that enough jump cuts for YouTube? I rue the day that those jump cuts became the going way of doing things. I mean, in my line of work, you cover up jump cuts, but now that's just the way it goes. What's wrong with letting the conversation flow? Let it happen naturally. I say and a lot, so what? People do it on radio and television all the time, live. Anyway, here's some jump cuts.
The cream. And let me point. The cream. The cream. Oh. The cream. The cream. The cream. The cream.
All right, hopefully that was enough. This is my second time recording this because technology hates me. So let's try this again. I am back. And I know a lot of you are thinking you were ever here to leave. And that's fair. Yeah, so this year and a half was a little much. I had a lot of personal stuff, physical stuff, and job stuff that sort of got in the way that didn't really make things very sustainable to keep this YouTube thing up. I mean, when I was trying to do a show on the Oregon-Boise State game, it's a little hard to do that when kickoff was at 8 o'clock at night, and I had to be in at work when the red-eye flights were taking off, basically. So it was starting to get a little unsustainable without risking getting no sleep. But luckily, the job that I was working at has taken care of that for me, and I will have more time to do that. You know, it's really funny, this last football season, you know, mostly Ohio State fans were sort of complaining about having big noon kickoffs all day or every week, which understandable enough, but I'll tell you one thing, I would have loved for the big noon kickoff to be a thing for Oregon football games this last year, when it seemed like we were consistently Pac-12 after dark every single week. So yeah, so I had to take time off to get the time off to make sure that I was able to actually do this. But nonetheless, I am back, and the video game channel Sean Doesn't Play was also not some hilarious Andy Kaufman joke where I wasn't posting anything because I don't play. Now, granted, that's just a happy coincidence that it turned out to be a hilarious Andy Kaufman joke. I realized it takes a lot of work, and not only for my boomer ass to figure out how to use a streaming service, for one, but two, it takes a long time to figure out how to produce and edit these things in a timely manner, and they're not very timely. And what I'm used to is production not taking super long and editing taking long. But with video game YouTube content, it takes a long time to produce and record, and it takes a long time to edit and edit something good. So in the meantime, while I shake off the rust and get things figured out technologically as well on my end, the video game piece of things will probably come in a little bit later, because I also have to just make the content too as well. I hate the word content, but that's just the way it is. But I will have to make it first and then edit it. So as far as the video game side of things, that will probably be a little bit staggered in its upcoming releases versus my main channel, SDP Studios. And that channel, I'm going to go in a certain direction. I'm keeping the sports talk and the college football talk and the Oregon Ducks in general talk as well. And I'm probably going to have standalone videos, but also do maybe like a weekly live stream, much in the format that Sports Chat 503. Shout out to you. Go subscribe to him. He has a similar philosophy of sports and the Oregon Ducks in particular, as well as I do. I probably will be following a somewhat similar format as to that. And the same format will probably apply in terms of what the content of it will be. I look at it from the perspective of having been on the field before, though I didn't always have the makings of a varsity athlete. But you still learn things about the game and being on the field and how it actually is a little bit different in perspective than someone who is just in the media and never played the sport. I'm also not the type to say you can't have opinions on things that you've never really done before if you're learning enough about it. It's just a different beast when you've played a sport before versus when you haven't. And both perspectives should be taken in, but then there's a sort of line that you cross where I think someone who's played before might have a better opinion on things. So I will still be doing the college or, the sports talk and all that kind of stuff as well. As far as the rest of the stuff in the SDP Studios main channel, I'm going a little bit of a different direction. Not super different, but I am going more into a narrative format, sort of narrative stuff, documentary style stuff maybe. I'm currently working on a documentary right now, and in the description that I will post the GoFundMe, if you can please not only subscribe and hit the notification, whatever's everything that they tell you to do on YouTube channels, please do that for me. But the bottom line is, my car got broken into recently, and the memory card that had a lot of B-roll that I shot just about a year ago for my documentary has been stolen. I did not leave it in with my camera or anything. It was just in there separately, hiding away in a drawer. So I wasn't completely stupid. I was only partially stupid for leaving it in my car. I understand and take responsibility for my part in that. However, if someone tries to break into my shit again, I'm going to knock their shit loose. And that is not a joke. Stop stealing things. When I was younger, I have been guilty of certain things. Not shoplifting to a degree, but I had friends that did shoplift as well. And, I swiped a thing or two that I thought wasn't that big of a deal from someone's counter in my life. Now that I'm older, wiser, a little bit, it's not very cool to steal people's shit. But that's neither here nor there. But please find it within your heart to donate to my GoFundMe in hopes that I can do a quick travel to Oregon again so I can get the shots that I need again. That was a very long tangent, though, to basically discuss that a lot of the stuff I will be doing is more storytelling. I have a couple ideas that I'm working on right now that will create the feel that I'm going to be busting out those stories and those ideas very quickly. However, because it's been in the bank for a long time in my head, and I need to still produce them. But after the first few videos will be coming out relatively consistently, there might be a drop off in frequency because the more storytelling stuff and or documentary stuff, they're not mutually exclusive, have to be sort of a little bit more care has to take into the production and editing of it, and it just takes a little bit longer. So those will be a little more infrequent, but while I'm doing that, I will also still be doing the college sports or the sports show on this main channel. So that's what you can look forward to on either end. Please subscribe to both channels to keep up to date on those things, and I will do my best to create things that will create the need for you to be up to date on all those things. Yeah, so for those of you who were here before, I am back. For those of you who weren't here before, I am here. And for those of you who are somehow not in that Venn diagram, I don't know what to tell you. But please subscribe to this channel. More is coming. I'm working on those certain things. And I will also probably eventually pick a day to maybe do the weekly live stream with the sports talk. I will do my best to pick a day and keep you up to date on that. And if you subscribe, you will be kept up to date on that. And I won't get in the way of any other shows out there. In terms of the sports content, I know I'm all over the place, but who cares? In terms of the sports content, again, I used to play organized sports, so I won't go too much into the roster diving or the statistic diving and deep analysis like that. If you want to do that, I would recommend going to guys like Rock Boys, I think is what they're called, like ROC something football, whatever. Those guys are great. The other one is the Penultimate now at this point. His channel is going to be pretty big, and I'm glad he's sort of pursuing that length of which to go to grow his channel. His name is Sam Riker, something. Anyway, his show is called College Football with Sam. Excuse me, I need some water or something. Oh, man. Oof. Oh. Excuse me. That's not good sign. If I'm losing my voice on a 10-minute video. His show is called College Football with Sam. And he's doing what ESPN used to do and what they should be doing now instead of being the sports view. He does the deep analysis and the stats while being engaging. Great show. What you can get from me is not opinion and speculation, but my unsolicited blowhard opinion on sports, sort of from a philosophical standpoint, conceptual standpoint, and the big picture of it. Because sure, when you're a player, you're watching film and you're getting into that granular, but you're getting into the granular, and I'm not going to do like play breakdowns or anything like that, but you get into the granular of how it translates on the field, not in the statistics. That's basically the point I'm trying to make. But I watch guys like College Football with Sam and those guys for their analysis, because it's a great bridge between the gaps of what I'm providing and what they're providing. So I recommend going to them and then going to me too. But because there's so much content out there and there's so much time to go over it. Bottom line, though, is hopefully I gave you kind of the rundown of what things are going to look like in the near future. Yeah. But as far as my video game channel goes, please subscribe and then leave a comment below of games that I should play. And it's not going to be I'm just starting with sports games. I have a GameCube with Super Mario Sunshine that will also sort of be in the future. But I say that just to say they don't have to be exclusively sports games for me to play. The whole idea is I don't really play video games. I'm not very good at them. And I'm going to try to make it entertaining for you to watch in that way. I'm just starting with sports games because that's really all I have and what I play the most when I do. So all the other games, though, are on the table. Any of them and all of them. So go ahead and recommend them down below on the Sean Doesn't Play channel. In the comments, that's probably where I'll look first. If you put them on the SDP Studios main channel, I'll put them on the list if I see them, but likely I won't see them as much as the other channel because that's where I'll be looking for those comments. But yeah, so go ahead, do that, and then subscribe to the SDP main channel. And yeah, that's all about how all right, see, live video, even better, no jump cut. That's about all I have for now, and just stay on the lookout for anything in the future. See ya.